Rock 2.1 KFMA. Let me refresh your memory who our next guest is going to be. Piper Fawn, who's the Florida mom, OnlyFans model, who went viral after this story broke. Check out this was a courtesy of 3TV. Listen to this.
I am looking at when I pull up behind one of these vehicles.
Facebook messages, complaints, and TikToks.
You ban a vehicle.
Taking the front pew at a private Christian school in Tavares
is not just a tiny little emblem on the back of a car. It is taking up the entire windshield, back windshield of two vehicles.
Lexi Thomas is a parent at Liberty Christian who wants this ad on another parent's car to stay off campus. That other parent is Michelle Klein.
We're going to be speaking with Michelle Klein, a.k.a. Piper Fawn, right after KG Elephant. So stick around. It's Rock 2.1 KFMA. And this is actually perfect timing here. Please welcome real quick. Good morning. Should I say Michelle or Piper? And can you turn your phone sideways for me? Can you hear me?
Hello.
Oh, she's gone.
Well, that was fun.
What did you do, Rico? Jesus, man.
She saw us and she goes, no.
I swear to God, I told you not to be weird, bro.
I was weird?
Yeah, like we'll watch the replay. I think it was the way that you were looking. You were looking like this. Something like that. Yeah.
All right, let's see your face. What were you doing? What were you doing?
Yeah, there it is. All right. There we go.
Voila.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yes.
Excellent.
There we go.
Can you do me one favor? Can you turn your phone horizontal for me so we can go full screen?
Yep.
Boom.
Perfect. Looking fantastic and TV ready. Good morning. My name's Beef. By the way, nice to meet you. This is Rico.
Good morning.
Howdy. Good
Hey,
morning.
what's up? Hello.
Would you like to go by Michelle or Piper?
It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to call me.
Well, I'll call you both then, so
Switch it up.
yeah. As we're promoting the page as well, but also getting kind of like the skinny of everything that you've had to deal with over the past couple weeks. I'm sure it's been a whirlwind. So we're about a minute 15 from being on the air. Okay. So we're gonna be on the FM side. So our radio rules are obviously no 7 dirty words, no cursing. And then our rule of thumb is you can say thumb and you can say ass, but don't say thumb in the ass. So we can't be like sexually descriptive. Okay.
It's a science.
Yeah. And if something slips out, don't worry about it. I got the jump button and we're good. And then we'll do a couple minutes off the air on the video just to kind of recap everything. And then, and then we don't have to be sensitive. Yeah.
Yeehaw.
You having a good like Mardi Gras Tuesday, Fat Tuesday?
I am having fun. I haven't done much yet. I've been just kind of weeding through all my haters this morning. Every morning I wake up to like almost like it's weird. Like right now there's more hate on the other woman. So I'm like, yes, I get a break.
Yeah. And rightfully so. Honestly, rightfully so. And we just played a clip of the news story, which I'll play a little bit more of here in just a second, of her essentially like starting this campaign against you, which I want to get the background on. So we get about 7 seconds. Let's get on the air.
Are we doing the t-shirt thing like Team Piper versus the other one? The merch game.
All right, let's get on the air.
Yeah, that's right.
Rock 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Please welcome on via satellite on the podcast broadcast stream, which you'll be able to see a little bit later. We have Michelle, who aka Piper Fawn. She is the Orlando mom, OnlyFans model who went viral off of basically I would say a conflict between parents, right? There was a mother who had a problem with her advertising her page while dropping off her kids at this private Christian school and then campaigned to get her kids expelled, which she did. So good morning, Piper. Good to see you on the stream.
Hello.
We have so much that we're going to cover. And I know that you start off your mornings now going through all the haters on like Instagram and social media. What kind of hate have you been getting online?
Oh my gosh. The biggest one is like, you're a terrible mom. You're disgusting. This morning I got one I thought was pretty funny. She's like, way to go. Hope you're happy. Gave me some name calling. And then she's like, you got her kids expelled too. I'm like, I never got anyone's kids expelled. Actually, she did it all.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So Yeah, let's recap that. Okay, so your kids have been going to this school for how long before all this started?
5 years.
Okay, so yeah, they're a part of the academy,
Definitely.
and they know all the teachers, the administration, all their friends are
Mhm.
there.
Mhm.
And when did you start an OnlyFans page?
3 years ago.
Okay, and did you start
Mhm.
immediately advertising it with decals, or take a while to kind of build the page up before you
So
started advertising it?
the first year I was pretty much I kept to myself. We were kind of quiet about it. We didn't really talk or tell many people. And then I would do a lot of editing my videos. I would try to cover tattoos. And as I was getting more, that was becoming really time consuming. So I decided, forget it. We're just gonna like either, go all in or don't do it at all. So we just went full force. And then we started with the decals about 2 years ago. And yeah, it's never been an issue until now.
2 years.
Yeah, the decals have worked too, by the way, Rico.
Yeah.
Piper Fawn was just awarded best OnlyFans page, according to like Orlando New Times. Is that correct?
Yep. Yeah, I got I
Yeah.
got the best OnlyFans model for 2023 in Orlando.
Yeah, see,
Woo!
So I
so
did
that's all
something.
about
I
marketing.
want to see the trophy.
Yeah, well, they give
I
you a
didn't even
plaque.
get one.
big
Like,
plaque.
what the hell?
What?
Yeah. All I got was like a
We'll make
email.
one.
Hey, congrats, you won.
Nah, they screwed you over. Somebody
I
there has your
know.
plaque,
I
legitimately.
know. I agree.
Yeah, yeah. So but her marketing has paid off. Obviously, getting her name,
Mhm.
building her name out there locally, and now inadvertently, thanks to this, press, and having to deal with this hassle. She's actually starting to get international notoriety on this. Are you seeing traffic increase on your page
Oh,
since
big
the story
time.
broke? Yeah, big
Oh,
time.
big time. It started like from the very first story that was ever done, like what, 2 weeks ago now. It started then, like immediately, like that night. It was like my phone was like ding, 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 ding. I was like, holy cow.
Nice.
It's
Yeah.
been good. But if I'm honest, like people like I think look at it and like, oh, she just did this for money, but I never did it. Like, you know what I mean? And that's what was it's funny to me is because I fully believe that if everything was just going the way it was and she never would have spoke up and I wasn't gonna say anything and make a big deal about myself, I feel like we still would be there. Like a month ago, things were, normal and things were everybody's just going to school, doing their thing, and none of this would have happened if she would have shut up.
Right. Did
Yeah.
you ever have any interactions with her before all this? Like, did
No,
she?
it's funny. Last year, one of my kids did a sport with one of her kids, and not in a
Mm.
disrespectful way, but I didn't realize that the dad was black. So the dad was there, and we communicated a lot with the dad. Like they had their
Mhm.
snack after the sport, and they were hanging out together. My car was labeled then. No issues at all. It wasn't until this year one of my kids caught it on TV and like, oh, like that's so and so's mom. I'm like, what? Like we had no idea that they actually used to be friends, but. So with her, no, her and I had never had any interaction until she sent the email right before the school sent an email about my car. How it was just disgusting to her.
Right. And I mean, we've seen pictures of the decal. In fact, actually, you can see it on the stream. It's the branded OnlyFans logo and in the name. There's
Yeah,
nothing
it's
graphic
not
about it.
excessive. It's just text.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
marketing 101. Now, since the story broke, not only are your kids expelled from the school, now her kids are expelled from
Mhm.
the school. What happened to lead her kids to get expelled from the school?
It's funny. It felt like a deja vu moment because it was exactly last Monday night that I got the email and I was kind of dealing with, okay, where am I going to send my kid? I mean, I'm not going to say I'm surprised that happened. I'm surprised that I thought, honestly, that just staying off the campus with my vehicle was enough. I thought that was
Right.
okay. I thought that was going to work. So I was a little surprised when I still got the letter, even after we had let it go. I was like, okay, I thought we were moved on. But my reasoning was similar to hers, was disharmony in the school. And then they said, well, because you've still done interviews or continue to talk to the media. And I was like, well, so has she. And so then
Right.
the following Monday, and then I got a text saying that they had heard that. And I was like, really? So I did my research as best I could. And then I found out she did an interview really early yesterday. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, they got expelled. But what's funny is she kept on with herself. That's where she got her own kids expelled because she kept on running her mouth about the school. It's like, at this point, I have no ties to the school, so I can say and do what I want. She wasn't.
Right.
She was still, her kids were still going there. And she's the one that just kept on and kept on and kept on with her little TikToks and her little like ridiculous jokes here and there and complaining about the administration and then trying to get other people rallied up with her. And before you know it, she, did it to herself. So I kind of feel like it's her karma.
Absolutely.
Karma.
Yeah, and this is her essentially just trying to like seize the moment and build followers and subscribers. Not much different than you,
The
except
irony.
the content is different, right?
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
that's why I don't know if you follow any of my social media, but I had made a post yesterday when I found out that they had gotten expelled. I made a post and I was like, what's funny is she's going to make some money off of TikTok, but not near what I'm going to make off of this. And it's like, but she started all this. And it's like, I wasn't asking for this. I wasn't asking for someone to like, I wasn't trying to get notoriety, but it happened. It came to my plate. I defended myself. And then now, it is what it is. And then now she has to now find a place to do with 9 kids for school. I only had to worry about 2. So
Right.
I'm like, it's going to take 9 kids, 3 months of the school year left. Like, that seems like it's going to, and if she has to homeschool, like, God bless her, because I would homeschool 9.
Yeah, no, I know. It's so much too. Yeah. So have your kids already into another school? Are they happy in this situation?
Yeah, I actually homeschooled them. And we had already talked about that. I have an older child that was already homeschooled this year, and they're doing great. Like, she's super happy. And so the other 2, they weren't too sad about it. Like, oh, yeah, we want to do it too. Like, we're fine with it. And we had already talked about it way before any of this took place because we like to be on the go. We like to travel.
Yeah.
We like to just, I don't want to wait till the weekend to go to the beach. If I want to go to the beach, I want to do it on a Tuesday. Like, I want to do it whenever. So with my availability being able to do that, I wanted the same with them. So I had already kind of toss that up, just wasn't sure if I was prepared to really take on the extra work with him at home. But honestly, like, it's been fine. Like, we haven't really had any issues so far. It's still early, but
Well,
but yeah, they're
that's
happy.
good.
They don't seem upset.
No, and good for them, and the other 9 kids in this situation and stuff. It is going to suck for them to figure out where to put all 9 kids. And I have a little prediction. The mom who started all this, she's going to see, how much attention and money you're making from the attention.
I know what you're
And
gonna
she's
say.
going to turn her TikToks into an OnlyFans page for
That's
sure.
what I
She's going to follow that.
I said if she did it right now, honestly, like, she probably would do really well because she's so out there. I was like, she never would. But
Oh, God.
I mean, I've made a few joke videos kind of directed at her on my OnlyFans, but
You're trying to recruit her?
Yes. I was going to say, how many people are waiting for that? If
Yeah,
waiting for
right?
that
She'd be like, oh, we should
inevitable
put-
the collab
Yeah.
for you guys together at the end.
Yeah,
like a
right?
photo shoot. Like, we made up. We're friends now.
Yeah, actually, that's a great question.
Oh.
Would you be open to do any kind of collab content if she decided to drop the warfare and join the good guys?
Yeah.
No, she's had 9 kids.
Oh.
I'm going to be around that. I want to be in that.
That is fair. That is fair.
No, thank you. I'm a little more selective with where I put my mouth. I'm just saying.
Well played. Well played.
Yeah. We're going to continue the conversation with Piper Fawn on the video stream and replay it in the podcast broadcast. We'll hit the reset on the FM side and come back to give away tickets for your Tucson Roadrunners. It's Rock 102.1. We're hanging out here on the podcast broadcast, about to go live on the air, and I'll continue the conversation that we had with Piper here in a little bit. And now, can you hear me? Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So, like I was saying, that was our conversation that we had with Piper Fawn that we will continue here in a little bit. We're live on the podcast broadcast. That empty chair is where Shane from Tucson Foodie should be. I got to do a live tease, but good morning, everybody. Good to see you on the stream. And I do see Shane from Tucson Foodie popping in. So, yeah. And look at him. He got all nice and ready for us.
There he is.
Rock 102.1.
Here I am. Here I am.
Okay, yeah, I could talk now. As at the end of Dead Poet Society, running in circles, new music here on Rock 2.1. Joining us via satellite, Shane from Tucson Foodie. Good morning, Shane.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking all things Fat Tuesday. I'm going to show Shane my boobs on the podcast broadcast stream, and, kickstart your day. Yes. You feel free if you guys are in a boob sharing mood. Our DMs are wide open, but we have to talk about all things Fat Tuesday and Mardi Gras here in Tucson. And we're going to be doing that here right after the Foo Fighters Under You. It's Rock 2.1. Yeah, I throw that out nonchalantly, if you want to
send boobs.
But honestly, I haven't had unsolicited boobs sent to me in a long time. It wasn't since my first run on KFMA. When I was Shmonty's co-host and I was the wild man, for whatever reason, we did this little bit jokingly, Tata Tuesday kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember getting like 10 different DMs from women, but more women listened to KFMA back then because it was still kind of like an alternative station, not like a butt rock station. And yeah, and
I think I know why.
Why?
Because that was before OnlyFans, and now it's like a money commodity issue. They're like, I'm not gonna give you these for free.
No, I think you're just like laser focused on OnlyFans because we talked with Piper.
Maybe.
Yeah. So we actually started off the show talking to an OnlyFans model, Shane, from Florida, who went viral because she was advertising her OnlyFans page on the back of her vehicle while dropping her kids off at school. And another mom who had 9 kids or has 9 kids complained to school administration and got the Piper's kids expelled from the school. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. So it's like a Karen war. And Piper's, she's an attractive lady here. I'll show you. This is what she looks like real quick.
Dude, best thing that could have happened.
How many angry moms?
Yeah. So oops. I
Hello.
actually went to the very beginning there. So yeah, that's Piper there. So she's fantastic, and she's making tons of money now. Tons of money.
Yeah. Best thing that could have happened to her. That's amazing. Good for her.
Good for her.
Best thing that ever happened to her kids. Now with all that money and stuff, you'll be able to afford any kind of counseling to talk about all the videos that were uploaded on the internet.
Yep.
Whatever.
Changed identities. All that stuff.
It's fantastic, but it was fun talking with her. She was very open and honest, and she actually sent me unsolicited boob pics. Yeah, yesterday when I set up this. It's so great too. When I set up this interview, I reached out to her through her Instagram page, through the KFMA Instagram page, saying, "Hey, we would like to talk to you on the radio about everything that you're going through." Very professional. I wasn't being creepy on that. So she's like, absolutely. And then she looked through our Instagram page and she saw a video of me wearing one of my Good Vibes Only shirt that I wear every now and then, every couple of weeks, as you guys know. And she's like, I have the same shirt. And she sent me 2 pictures. And, I'll show you one that I can show on the stream. Look at it. She sent me this one, Shane.
I'm looking. Oh.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
into it.
And then,
Great.
yeah,
Of
the
course I
other
am.
one shows the boob. And that was good too. And I sent them both to Rico. I'm like, guess who we're talking to tomorrow?
it's like, who is this? They're like, all right, cool. Party on, Wayne.
Yeah. So,
Nice.
if we don't get any Fat Tuesday boob pics sent to us, it's fine. Piper already covered us.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
We'll hit quota.
Yeah. She only showed 1 nipple, but that's enough to go around for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll
We're
just
not
pull
greedy,
together
man.
all the ones I'm getting and forward you a few.
Oh, look at you.
Oh,
This Mac.
it's good to be the king.
That's true. All right. We have a lot to talk about. Let's get on the air with this Mardi Gras stuff. So we got 3 seconds. Rock 102.1 KFMA. That's the mighty, mighty Foo. That's what I call him. And they get mad every time I say it. With Under You on Rock 102.1. Joining us via satellite with fantastic hair today, I may say. It's Shane from TucsonFoodie.com. TucsonFoodie.com is the online destination, both on social media and on the website, that gives you the skinny on all the good fat guy food. And of course, it is Fat Tuesday. So, with that, there's a lot of Mardi Gras festivities happening around town. And also, just Mardi Gras themed cuisine that you could pick up. What's some of the things that crossed your radar here for Fat Tuesday, Shane?
Well, there's one place that always goes above and beyond for Mardi Gras, and that's the Parish.
Yes.
Right. So you got to go to the Parish. They're going to do the alligator roast they do every year. They got the crawfish boil. They got the king cake, the Cajun plates, and they just have a great time. Right. It's kind of their theme. So I think everyone's going to go there. It's 21 up. FYI,
Are you going
up to
there?
9
Are
p.m.
you going to? Yeah. Are you? What time are you going there today?
Probably 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
And all the alligators out.
Like a late night. Yeah, like a
Well,
late
you're-
night thing. Yeah, because that's when it gets really fun and the beats come on.
Yeah. Oh, that is when the beads come out. So you were there last year, on late night. And see, I always party before the sun comes down because I'm lame and I didn't plan ahead and pre-record my next day. But yeah. So when you were there last year, late night, did beads come out and did it feel
Yeah.
like Mardi Gras?
It did, but it was at the Delta last year, which is closed now. So all the energy, all the people, all the is going back to the Parish. But yeah, man, I mean, more than beads came out. It was a great time. They know how to do it right.
Yeah. Well, the only unfortunate thing is if you're going there to try to eat alligator, you got to go early because
True.
the alligator sells out very quickly. Am I wrong?
I think he's got his hands on 50 gators this year, but it does sell out. He's got a lot.
Yeah. We are going to be hopefully chatting with Chef Travis Peters from the Parish here a little bit later on in the podcast broadcast, so he could give us kind of like a tour of the setup this year. But yeah, 50 gators this year. It sounds like he's upping his game and has lots of game to go around. So hopefully it'll be gator going all night long, huh?
Yeah, a lot of gator down there at the Parish.
I just like the choice. Like you choose between gator meat or boobies.
No,
One or
you
the
get
other.
both,
Get both?
dude. Yeah, yeah. I mean, both is the ideal scenario.
They ran out last time. I was like, oh, I wanted to try some gator meat.
Right. So you had to settle for boobies.
Yep.
And it does look delicious. And we're going to ask him how he makes this gator again. I know it's a slow roasted kind of deal. It's definitely going to make you salivate. But okay, for those of the people who can't go out and rage like myself on a Tuesday night and do the full-blown party gras activities, what else can people do to experience Mardi Gras in their mouth?
I'll give you a few more options. So 1912 Brewery, right there on the west side of I-10. They're gonna be serving up some gumbo tacos, which I'm not sure what that means, but I'm excited to try it. And I live nearby, so I'm gonna head down there, give it a try earlier in the day. Century Room, right down at Hotel Congress, the new jazz club. They of course are going to have all kinds of great New Orleans style music, and they're going to be serving up a bunch of New Orleans style food and cocktails. Go to Beyond Bread, get your king cake. Like at a minimum, put your order in, get your king cake from Beyond Bread, bring that home if you want to call it an early night. And then another one I'll mention that we never talk about, which is the 49er Club. Have you ever heard of the 49er Country Club?
No, I haven't. What about the 49er Club?
I haven't gone in there yet, but I drive past it on my way to hike at Tinker Verde Falls, and they're serving up po' boys, shrimp po' boys, and gum. So I might make it out there as well. But I've always wanted to see what that club looks like on the inside.
Is it exclusive or is it open to the public?
Well, I mean, I know you can go out there for Fat Tuesday without being a member of the country club.
Oh yeah, no, that's nice. Right there off Country Club, and you could pretend to be a member of the Country Club, get a shrimp po' boy for $15, or gumbo, and they also have a few cocktail specials as well for the 49er Country Club. Is it too soon to go and be a 49er? Only 2 days removed from Super Bowl. I'm sorry. Was that a bad joke? Was that in bad taste? I don't know. I do have a bunch of videos I do want to share with you guys here on the podcast broadcast stream of 49ers fans acting like big fat sore losers, but that's neither here nor there. Look how good this king cake looks at Beyond Bread. It's just a colorful pastry monstrosity in all the positive ways. So I'm excited. So basically, you're doing a food tour of Mardi Gras before you end up at the Parish to drink some alcohol beverages to help you digest all that food. You got the gumbos, tacos. You got your king cake, and then of course you got your po' boys, as they say. All that and more is all over town. You can get all the information and kind of map out your own food tour at TucsonFoodie.com and just click on their Mardi Gras 2024 section that they have there on the website. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. There has some viral videos of 49ers fans acting like big fat sore losers on this Fat Tuesday. And we'll be back with more right after this. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear.
A compilation, you say?
A compilation, if you will. Yes. Well, I'm sure that some of you guys saw some of these videos, but I'm going to get it ready here. And I'll show you, and I'll let you guys be the judge of which got smashed worst, right? Or smashed harder. Who knows?
San Francisco's like, congrats, you ruined a town that's already gone to shit.
That's
congrats.
That's not all San Francisco, to be honest with you, though.
Yeah.
So just let you know that. I know. Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right, if you say so.
Oh, I mean, I was just there. So, and I have my own.
The gunshots were far away. It didn't bother me too much.
Gunshot. First off, we live in fucking Tucson. right? So like
Yeah, but we're not San Francisco.
the worst street of San Francisco just looks like our third best street in Tucson. You're talking about Grant and whatnot.
All right, I
know?
didn't know you were San Fran Stan. Sorry.
It's not San Fran Stan. I just have people on the inside that live in San Francisco that is very nice. I walked around, did some tourism, if you will, and barely had to step over human feces on the sidewalk. But human feces on the sidewalk was always a San Francisco staple.
Always.
Yeah.
I remember that episode of Full House where Danny Tanner.
Well, okay, in the 80s, maybe it was a little cleaner with the hippies on acid, but I'll just say. So, all right. Well, speaking of San Francisco, they are sore losers, though. And I do want to show you this first viral video. Now, apparently, what I've read here, allegedly, that this man lost $20,000 on the game. So, if you lost, how much money did you lose in the Super Bowl, Rico?
Oh, it pales in comparison. $50, but it's still losing.
Okay, yeah. So
Still in the
$50, but you were completely upset, right?
Yeah. So I put on like the free bets, like $200 worth, and lost all those.
Right. Yeah. So this man lost 20,000 betting on the 49ers. He's having a Super Bowl party, right? He's got friends there that are obviously going for the Chiefs. And then this overtime touchdown pass happened. And then right after is what happened. Check this out.
Throw him over the balcony.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
21,000 plus the TV.
And look at the woman. She's like, let me just clean this off.
It's okay.
She's like, this will fix it.
Whoa.
That's this guy's house. So apparently he made some good money, right? But then he also lost some good money. So $20,000. That's one. That's sore loser number one. That TV got smashed. Keep in mind with the TVs. I want you to be able to weigh in on what do you think got smashed hardest. Okay. So here's our second one that I'll share with you. This one was going viral on Instagram. And in his hideout, he jumped it. He jumped the TV.
The kids are like,
Okay.
Carlos! At first, I thought this was at Nina or Rico's Nana's house. They had a little thing, but yeah. So that TV got smashed pretty hard, right? Again, 49ers fans acting a fool, getting upset. Now there is no backstory of him losing 20,000, but I'm sure he lost a couple bucks in that game as well. All right. So which one got smashed hardest? Yeah, the first one, second one, third. Let's see if this one got smashed hardest. All right. You see it?
Okay. No. I like the music, huh?
Oh, I'm glad that you like the music. Okay. All right. So who got smashed hardest? First TV, second TV, or this TV star? All right. That joke didn't land as well as I thought.
Oh, man.
oh, I
Smash
get
is
the joke.
slang for sex. So I feel like Taylor got smashed harder than those two TVs, but okay.
Hopefully number 3, but number 2 probably. Right? Man, that was wicked.
Yeah, number 2 was that was like Uncle Mike's going back to jail. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
I was
dude.
like, oh.
Hey, you guys want to meet Jose, the chairman for Tucson Rodeo? Apparently, I've been saying hi to him in the green room and didn't even know anything.
So the guy dressed like the guy from the rodeo.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Grab him up real quick, and you can meet him as well, Shane.
What's his name?
Jose. So that's the information. Yeah, have you participated in the Tucson Rodeo before, Shane?
No, sir.
It's a staple, dude. It's obviously a good time. But it's not only just the Tucson Rodeo Parade, which is the 99th year that they've done this. But there's an actual right there in middle chair. Jose, sir, I'm so sorry that I kept you waiting. Get in here. And I want to introduce you. You're going to sit in that chair right there. We're on a podcast broadcast stream. So you're going to be able to see yourself. And then joining me via satellite here is my buddy Shane from TucsonFoodie.com. I don't know if you're familiar with Tucson Foodie, but they put in great work and showcasing local restaurants and businesses around town.
Nice.
Yes, and you're the chairman of the Tucson Rodeo, but also Tucson Rodeo Parade.
No, just the rodeo.
Just the rodeo. Okay,
different
good.
committees.
Yeah. Okay. Are they different committees? Nice.
They are.
So how long did it take you? How long have you been involved with the Tucson Rodeo organization before you became chairman?
Well, I'm actually a newbie out there. I've been out there since 2006.
Okay.
So it sounds like a long time, but some of those guys been out there for 40, 50, 60 years. So,
I know.
Woo.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where not only it's a tradition and a staple of this is Tucson Rodeo has been around just as long as the parade, right? 99 years.
99 years. We're celebrating 100 year next year, so we're pretty excited about that.
Dang.
I know. You got a game plan for the 100-year rodeo celebration?
We're doing some stuff. We're
Okay.
doing some stuff out there. But yeah, we got to get ready and prepare for that for sure.
Well, of course, I don't want to, blow any secrets now because we're going to focus on this year because we got that coming up. But
no worries.
yeah.
All good.
Yeah. So I'm trying to tell my buddy Shane here, who's a transplant, who's been in town for a few years, to definitely not only check out the parade, which is the only non-electronic parade, non-motorized in the entire country. So it's all horse powered. But also the Tucson Rodeo itself is, it's an event.
I had so much fun last year.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
We're pretty proud of it. When we keep it as traditional as possible, from the way it was back then. I mean, it was that's the way it was 99 years ago. So we try to keep it true as it is.
I mean, there's got to be some kind of modernization that you've done, at least with maybe the sodas and the snacks.
The prize money.
The prize money. Yeah. The prize money.
The first prize in 1925, that cowboy, he got a block of ice. That's what it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was a big deal.
A big thing, or a slab of beef. And that was the prize money back then.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. That's funny. We're going to be talking about we're going to be on the FM side here in about 53 seconds with you, Jose.
Okay. You got it.
So yeah, right now we're streaming, obviously, and then you can see everybody right there. So
Yeah,
we kind of go
cool,
back
man.
and forth on that. So
Nice.
yeah, and then we'll talk about the prize money and what do you call them? Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cowboys and
cowboys,
cowgirls.
cowgirls,
That's
yeah.
it. They are the contestants. They
Yeah.
are the athletes.
That's so fantastic, dude. And so we'll talk about the different categories that you
Yeah.
have in the competition for the rodeo as
You
well.
bet. You bet.
So all right, good. 25 seconds. And is this part of a circuit? Are these pro rodeo or cowboys that are coming in all part of the PBR circuit or whatever?
Yeah, it's a PRCA.
PRCA?
There's over 700 PRCAs in the country, and we're in the top 25.
Mm.
So we are a big deal.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
And cowboy land and the history and lineage that we have, absolutely. We should have some of the best and strongest cowboys in the country.
We got the best.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Please welcome in studio a very special guest. He is the chairman of the Tucson Rodeo. We have Jose. Jose, I didn't get your last name.
Calderon.
Oh, I couldn't say it anyway.
yeah,
So
Calderon.
yeah.
Calderon. You can do it. You
can try.
Just roll those R's, man.
Yeah, I can't roll those R's, but it's good to have you in studio, of course.
Thanks.
Chairman of the Tucson Rodeo, which is also an association of the Rodeo Parade. The 99th year, the Tucson Rodeo is happening. Next year is the big centennial celebration. But is there any other kind of rodeo competitions that have been a staple and heritage into a community that's lasted as long?
Yeah, there is. There's like I said, there's over 700 rodeos in the country, and we're in the top 25. So a lot of those have got to that mile, stone right there, mark. And so we're just so stoked to be part of it, and being a chair out there. Of course, such a great thing here for Tucson. It's an honor. It's an honor doing it. It really is.
It's so cool to just even know the history before you go in and become a chairman of an organization like this. So you were just sharing with us that the first prize of the first rodeo that they had in Tucson was a block of ice. Where'd they get that ice from?
Oh, I tell you, man, and that was a big thing back then. I tell you, no fridges, nothing. So it was a good thing for them.
Yeah, absolutely. What's the prize now for the cowboys and the cowgirls that are going to be participating in the rodeo this year?
Yeah, when they come out for one, it could be an 8-second event. They can walk away anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 just for that 8 seconds.
Just staying on the bull for 8 seconds.
On a bull, a horse, or if it's a rope, whatever it might be. So, but these guys, I'll tell you one thing, they they come to our rodeo, and from here they don't stick around and just kind of hang out and drinking beer. They go to the next one.
Yeah.
But Tucson, after the National Finals Rodeo, is one of the biggest rodeos right after that. So they need to win Tucson. That gets them a good lead right into it. So they want Tucson. Plus, they come out for that great weather.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, perfect time of year for sure. And so it's like a point system, kind of like NASCAR. So they're coming out for a rodeo, and if they do well, then they're going to get points leading into the next competition.
Yeah, exactly. And that leads up to the national finals. So they qualify and they get the top 15 riders in that event right there.
Yeah.
And that's where they make their big money right there in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's it.
Now, this is a great fun entertainment for the entire family. When does the rodeo kick off? And what are some of the activities and competitions that we're going to be able to witness this year?
Yeah. So it's the 17th to the 25th. So this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
This Sunday, we got something kind of cool. We got the entire University of Arizona football team coming out. And they're going to come out to the arena, and they're all dressed up in cowboy hats and everything else. And the coach is going to come on the wagon, present them a brand new black Stetson. And so that's kind of cool, because what we're trying to do also, we want to start bringing a lot of that community into our rodeo.
Absolutely.
Instead we do such a great job with our show, but we love to share our backyard with other people. So, if anybody's interested in being part of it, let us know. We'd love to have you in.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, honestly, the history that we have in this town and how this town was built off of that heritage of the cowboy lifestyle, and as so many, cowboys who have raised their children here in this town as it continues to kind of grow and evolve. Yeah, this is the best way to kind of look back on time. It's like a living time capsule of like, how did our, ancestors, the people who lived here before us, entertain themselves and compete amongst one another.
And that's what it was, really. And you're talking Mexico, of course, down south. And that's why we are La Fiesta de Vaqueros, the vaquero, the American cowboy,
the
American native Indian. I'll tell you one thing, it all group. That was the automobile back then. That was their transportation. That was their way of life. They used that. And so we'd kind of keep that event going. But we also were very proud of just keeping it very affordable if we can, because everything's so expensive. Just go to a movies for two people and a popcorn and soda. It's, you're coming out $40.
Right.
So we try to do the best, but we are a family event. We really are. And it's to me, there's nothing more exciting when those gates open at 11 o'clock and you see that young kids, that generation of the grandparents, they've been coming years in their family. There's a lot of years there. So it's a beautiful feeling, because I always say, every little boy and little girl wanted to be a cowboy at one time, or a cowgirl.
Yeah.
But even as adults, we come out for that special day, and it kind of brings that child out of us, and we get all cleaned up and spiffed up and go to the show. So it's fun. And like I said, as long as the weather cooperates, but this weekend is supposed to be like in the mid-70s.
It's going to be beautiful weather. You're talking, it's like perfect rodeo weather. And like a low-dough event for the entire family. You come out, you enjoy snacks and beverages while watching some of the best cowboys and cowgirls in the country compete against each other. And it's just wildly entertaining. So, and that's going from 11 a.m. and goes all the way through the night, right? So is there a certain...
Yeah, so we got the gates open at 11, and of course, Junior Rodeo, the mutton busting kids. That's at 12:30, which is the fan favorite right there.
Yeah,
they love that. Then our performance starts at 2 o'clock, and then from 2 to 4, and then from 4 to 8, we got the barn dance. You got a live country band music playing right there, and great dancing. So it's a long day. So we got a little bit of everything for everybody.
I know I have a lot of female friends and stuff that go out there just to check out like hot cowboys with cowboy butts. Cowboy butts.
Wrangler butts.
Yeah.
Boy.
I know. I got to get myself one of those like prosthetic butts and then a pair of boots and stuff. Just so I can try to blend in.
God.
Fantastic. It's going to be a great time. Congratulations on being the chairman for this organization. Can't wait till next year as well. But before that, we warm up by enjoying ourselves this weekend for the Tucson Rodeo. I'll be giving away tickets for that all week long as well. Is there a website that people can go to get all the information, parking, and everything else?
TucsonRodeo.com for sure, and check out our Facebook as well. We got so much stuff on there, information. But if you're old school, you want to come up to the ticket office on 6th and Irvington, just go through the window, get some tickets. That's fine also, man. It's all
That's
good.
the Tucson way. We're a walk-up town.
We're a walk-up town, so we're day by day to see what the weather's going to be.
Absolutely. Well, Jose, thank you so much for giving us the skinny on the rodeo this weekend. Can't wait to see you out there. We're going to hit the reset on the FM side. Be back with more right after these words. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. And clear. You want to add any questions before we let Jose out of here? Oh, actually Shane was gone. I didn't
Oh
know.
yeah, he popped out there. So no, it's
But that's what happened to me last year. My buddy was in town from New York, and we're looking for things to do. I'm like, the Tucson Rodeo's this week. So we just
Yeah.
walked up to the box office. We had the best day ever. That was
that's
a
awesome,
lot of
man.
fun.
That is
Yeah,
so
we
great. I
loved it.
appreciate that. We try to do our best.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it
Lot
too.
of
Well,
vendors.
thank you. It was good meeting you. I'll
Listen,
see you
guy.
here next year. For everybody on the stream earlier this morning, Rico did a 5-star review in case you missed it. It went a little something like this. Over on Rock 102.1 KFMA. It's now 7:10. And if you know by now, my good friend Rico, he likes to go out and be a consumer of local businesses. And when he has a pleasurable experience, he immediately rushes to Google to leave a review. And
That's right.
he has a review he'd like to share with us right now. Where did you go to recently here, Rico?
Went to a little place called Copper State Bolt and Nut Company.
Oh, okay, nice. Tell me all about it.
All right. Well, I'm always on the lookout for ways to break the ice in conversations today. Either that or ways to diffuse tense arguments with prop humor. Valentine's Day is here, which means there will be a lot of lonely, toxic ladies looking for some new love in seedy dive bars. And I just read a poll that I made up that says 85% of good-looking women respond more to stupid pun humor than looks, money, or height.
Oh, sounds factual to me.
Very factual. Luckily for me, while looking for another Tucson business to unnecessarily patronize, I stumbled across Copper State Bolt and Nut Company off the Freeway Industrial Loop. And one of the reviews on there, I spotted a photo of a cartoonishly large nut and bolt. I figured I can get one of these bad boys to keep in my backpack in case a situation arises where I need to say something like, sorry guys, things are getting a bit nutty in here. I got a bolt.
Yeah.
I would pull it out, and as people are laughing, I can get the heck out of there without dealing with awkward goodbyes.
Smooth.
It would save me so much time, and people I never want to talk to ever again wouldn't want to bother me. So when I walked into Copper State's Bolt and Nut Company, it was a big old warehouse full of all sorts of manly hardware tools and fixer-upper supplies. And as soon as I saw the man with the white handlebar mustache at the counter, I let out a loud whistle and yelled, "Oh boy, that's a lot of nuts!" I could tell he felt a little awkward because I'm sure people that frequent this place are already used to seeing a lot of nuts.
Right.
But he gave a very gentle nod and then asked, "What can we do for you today, sir?" I was like a kid in a candy store, just thinking about all the punny situations I could get myself into. I said, "Howdy, good sir. I saw someone post a photo of a cartoonishly large nut and bolt online from this here business, and I was going to inquire into how I could come to possess said nut and bolt for mine own purposes."
Oh.
He paused and then figured out what I was trying to ask. "A large diameter nut, huh?" I nodded. "So are you in steel frame construction, aerospace, gas?" "No, sir. I'm just bored and horny." "Well, son, if you're looking for a one-off specialty item, stainless steel or super alloy with high tensile and shear strength, corrosion resistance, and excellent high temperature performance, it's going to cost you a pretty penny."
Oh, no.
I said, "Speaking of which, did you know that pennies are actually made of zinc and coated with copper?" He just stared at me. "Well, I thought you might want to know or interested considering we're in the Copper State."
Oh.
"Never mind. How much we talking? And don't screw me over here, buddy," I said with a slight chuckle.
Yeah.
"With either domestic or import, I'm talking at least $95. That's with a new customer discount." I stood back and paused, thinking about the fact I owe taxes this year. He started stroking his mustache, and I said, "Listen, man, I just want to hit on a girl at a bar, and when she refuses my advances, I want to turn around and pull out a giant prop and say, 'Listen, I know you only want to screw. Can you help a brother out?'"
Yeah, it's golden.
He chuckled and pretended to talk on a walkie-talkie, so I just went over to a nearby aisle and came back with a medium-sized tube and said, "Here you go, my man. I've decided to buy your cock instead.
Oh.
Nice cock, bro." He shook his head and let out a quiet cowboy laugh.
Yeah, that's funny, no matter who you are.
Right? Guess I'll find my nuts on Temu. 5 stars.
Oh, well, that still sounds like a pleasurable experience there, and you're still left with a little something
Left
or
with some cock.
a big something.
Yeah.
So good for you. That's an actual factual 5-star review that is on Google reviews. So
For
if you
now.
come across Rico's 5-star review, yeah, make sure you give it a thumbs up and give it a 5-star review before they pull it from the website. We're gonna hit the reset. We come back. We're gonna be talking with OnlyFans Florida mom Piper Fawn, who recently had her kids All right, we're back here live on the stream. I'm playing some brand new Pearl Jam. That's good. All right, you ready to see this? This is pretty cool.
Let's see.
I just saw this video pop up from the Daily Mail. An Arizona biologist and a mountain lion. That's the setup.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and we've been getting a lot of these sightings here lately.
Oh no, one of these.
Yeah, dude.
Terrifying encounters.
Yeah. Check this out.
Oh man.
So this biologist is trying to tag the mountain lion. There's the mountain lion right there.
Oh my god. Dude.
Right over his head.
Damn. Look at that thing.
And then pops up that way.
What a job, dude. Dude.
Isn't that amazing?
What is he holding there?
That's a tranquilizer.
I was gonna say,
yeah. So he shot it with a tranquilizer.
Jesus.
Right there in that little crevice too.
Whoa.
We've been seeing what is it, leopards in town, or not in town, but they've been spotting rare leopards around southern Arizona in the mountains that they haven't seen in years. So yeah, the big cat population. If you think about when you go out hiking, you have to consider that these motherfuckers are around. And I play enough Red Dead Redemption where this like scares, I know how they can just creep
Where's
up
the
on
boss
you.
one?
Yeah, dude.
I think they heard about Jedfish. I'm just mad about it.
Yeah. So those panthers.
That is wild.
Lindsay had 2 bobcats in her yard yesterday. I'm not even terrified of the bobcats, but the mountain lions for sure.
Bigger than I remember them being.
From what I've been informed and learned from, again, from playing Red Dead Redemption, is that they don't mess around and they will.
Don't mess with those gators and bears. Either.
You don't hear them coming, right? Don't forget that this Saturday we got ourselves a football game at 1:30 for Manny and the OG streamer number 1, Manny's team, the Tucson Knights. Valdez is on the front line, offensive line, doing that. Yeah, and oh, look at that! And now I'm gonna have to pause the video just right because Manny said if you pause that video just right, you can see the size of his big brass balls. The cat or the man shooting at the cat. Yeah, so Tucson Knights happening at the Mika Mountain High School Stadium. So no worries, Manny. Yeah, I look forward to that. That's going to be fun. And I should be able to come out to that game. Now that I just found out that the concert that I was set to MC has now been postponed until October because the headliners had to pull out because the lead singer is sick, unfortunately. So they were mating? Really?
The man and the cat?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, get your mind out the gutter there, Rico.
Right in the middle of them mating. What a time. It's like now is a great time to trank you, bro.
Broski.
Broski.
All right. Let's see. Let's get a little bit more of Piper going on here from this morning as we get ready for our next segment on the air. Suck for them to figure out where to put all 9 kids. And I have a little prediction. The mom who started all this, scrubbing ahead and build that clientele.
I feel like it was slower at first because I was never like a social media. I don't know if I can say that word. I was going to say whore, but I was never like a social media, like big fan of it. I had a Facebook, and that was really all I ever really had. So I had an okay amount of fans, or friends, but of course my friends on there, and that's the who I want to see my OnlyFans. So I had to make all new social media with that name. So I was starting from scratch. I had never even had an Instagram before that. So then I was like, okay, well now if I'm promoting it, I've got to like show them more than just what am I going to put in an Instagram post. If I can't show nudity, so what am I going to show? A swimsuit, but then they can't see a face, and then I have to cover my arms, and like it just became too much. And so that's why I was like, no, let's just go for it. So it did start out slow, but I really do feel like kind of as I started, showing more of my face and being a little bit more open with just like what I was doing, it made it easier, honestly, to just promote and get out there.
Yeah. How many hours a day would you say you put in to your OnlyFans page? Because now it's your full-time career, right? So what's your schedule per day to put in? I mean, I'm sure you're replying to messages, you're doing custom content, and then of course shooting original content. So is that a 40-hour work week?
No. I mean, it's all in what you want to make it. Because here's the thing is every time I go to my phone between the social media and OnlyFans, I'm going to definitely have a message. I'm going to definitely have an order. I'm going to definitely have work to do. I just have to know when to turn it off because sometimes I get a little bit too into it and I don't want to stop because I look at it as like, well, I should work. I can hustle. Like I don't leave money on the table. Like, so I feel like I need to constantly, but then I also feel like that kind of spoils my customers because then they think, oh, she's available anytime I want her. So then I have to kind of start saying, okay, if I don't respond for 3 hours, it's okay. Like, I'm not ignoring you. I didn't just take your $20. I don't need it that bad. I'm not. So I had to kind of like train them and kind of correct them. Like, okay, I'm going to take some time away. I might, be unavailable for 6 hours. So I might be doing something with my kids, but that's okay. I'm still around. But yeah, typically, like, now it's been a little more crazy because I feel like if I let too much time go in between, then I have so much on my plate to like catch up to. So I try to ideally spend 4 or 5 hours a day. But again, that's not always guaranteed because sometimes I might spend my whole morning on it and then spend my whole night on it too. So
are you not at the point of outsourcing?
We'll continue that. That was a good
hard-hitting questions.
Yeah. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yes.
We're investigative journalists, not perverted at all.
No.
Just investigating and being journalists. There we go. Rock 1 2.1 KF man, welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. It's been 2 days since the Super Bowl, and still it's the number one trending topic on Twitter. That 49ers Chiefs, is there conspiracies? Well, for sure. It's 2024. There's always going to be conspiracy theories. And that's just a new reality we have to deal with. But I do have some more interesting little insanity tips from the Super Bowl fallout. Okay, the Taylor effect is real. Super Bowl 58 averaged 123.4 million viewers, making it the most watched Super Bowl ever. Wow. Yeah, but last year's game also set the previous record, which was 115 million. So if anything, the projection continues to go up. When there's more available sources for the Super Bowl, it continues to become more and more the mainstream. Globally, you're gonna have more people watching it. So 123 in a country with a population of around 300 million isn't everybody in America. That's actually just 1 out of 3 people actually watch the Super Bowl.
All those Taylor haters.
Yeah. Right. Of those tweets that didn't age well in 2019, this is going around. Someone pointed out that Patrick Mahomes had thrown 36% of Troy Aikman's career touchdowns in roughly 8% of games played. And Aikman replied cockily that he said, "Talk to me when he has 33% of my Super Bowl titles." Ooh. Well, as of Sunday, of course, Mahomes had 3 Super Bowl wins, which is 100% of Troy's, and he might just be getting started. He's only 8 years in.
All right, talk to me. Fine.
Yeah. So take that, white Jay-Z.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, dude. All right. Our boy Drake bet $1.15 million on the Chiefs to win and walked out with a payout of $2.346 million. So the rich keep getting richer. Meanwhile, Rico bet $50 on the 49ers. Yeah, and just got brokered.
Poorer.
Usher wanted his longtime friend Justin Bieber to join him in the Super Bowl halftime show, but sources said he just wasn't feeling it. So instead, he just went there looking like he's straight out the trailer, high on meth, hanging next to his wife in a box, looking at his phone. It was ridiculous seeing these celebrity VIP boxes that they paid $1 million for.
Yeah.
I saw a news site that gave comparisons to Taylor Swift's box, which had obviously everyone diehard Chiefs, got Travis Kelce's mom in there and family. And then, of course, Taylor's like A-list friends, and they're all kind of bandwagon cheering on the Chiefs and having a good time, right? Woo! Slamming drinks, whatever. And then they cut to Kim Kardashian's box, and there's literally a dude sleeping in his chair. And they're all just looking at their phone, looking bored as hell. It's like the most uninteresting people on the planet, as opposed to the party suite that Taylor Swift had. It was brutal.
That's funny.
Yeah. Kanye West was there too, in a full-blown mask. And apparently he claims he made $19 million in sales from his low-quality ad for Yeezy.com during the Super Bowl.
All right.
Okay. And and then, of course, the fallout and backlash against Alyssa Milano. If you remember, we were just talking about how she was, posted a GoFundMe so she could raise money for her kid and her son's baseball team to go to the Little League World Series.
Oh.
Then people were quick to point out, like, hey, bitch, you're rich, right? You drive a car that's equal to the amount of money you're trying to raise amongst the poor people.
And her daughter's Girl Scout troop.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
come on.
Now she is married to a super agent in Hollywood, and she's made some money herself. She's made so much money, in fact, that she was able to take her son to the Super Bowl, and she posted a selfie on that. And again, she did try to raise $10,000 for a trip to her kid's baseball team.
Wow.
And now one person online claimed that Alyssa had won the tickets in a fundraising raffle for the American Cancer Society. So it's possible she didn't pay thousands of dollars to attend a game. But guess what? I've been to plenty of those fundraisers, and it costs a lot of money to enter those type of raffles. So I guarantee you at least $10,000 was spent to be a part of that elite fundraiser that Alyssa Milano and friends was
That's
at.
lowballing, yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then the transportation and everything. So just caught with her hand in a cookie jar. Entitled.
Come on, Milano.
Yeah, so that's just some of the fallout from this year's big game. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with your beef tip after music from Korn on Rock 102.1. Or will I play that Korn? I don't know. Maybe I will.
Maybe not.
Maybe I'll play Stone Sour instead.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think I will play Stone Sour.
You're all corned out.
It's just that I haven't played Stone Sour on the show in recent memory.
I was going to say.
And I play Korn every hour. It's not by my choosing.
Too much corn.
You know, I will give a compliment when compliments are due to the Razor. The KFMA list is actually a pretty fun promotion that he's been doing. So he gets, and again, I feel like I am the one who kind of motivated this or made this happen because I've been manipulating and taking over the playlist and being a programmer and being a fun radio DJ, playing songs I want to hear, playing songs that are requested. Things like that. Things that you just don't do in modern day radio. Did you know today's National or World Radio Day, by the way?
Is it really?
It is.
How do we not know that?
Well, I mean, I do know it, but
well, no.
It's not information to celebrate. But anyway, with that, you know, he sees the fun I'm doing and going old school. And I feel like that led him to want to do the KFMA list. Before they were doing 4 on the Floor, which was such a stupid promotion because it's basically 4 songs that we overplay in a playlist anyways.
Yeah.
That's in a row. And they're just like, it's a high octane mix. No, it's not. Oh, it's the same fucking shit that you were going to play.
Let's just put gold foil on it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
So nobody cared about 4 on the Floor. It was a dumb concept to begin with. It wasn't a dumb concept at the very beginning, but they quickly strayed from the concept of it, which was supposed to be like fast-paced, heavy songs that are in your face. They quickly just got lazy, and then it would just be 4 songs that are literal songs that we play in the playlist on a regular basis.
It would have been done anyway. So it's like, who cares?
Dude. Yeah. And they just said, 4 on the Floor. Here's 9 Inch Nails, Closer. Nope. Yeah, I just heard that 2 hours ago. What makes this song different now?
Right.
But the KFMA list that Razor's doing is super fun. So he'll go with a theme and then, and get requests from that theme and then put together a playlist from that. A lot of times he'll be doing his own theme.
So they see you laying the groundwork of it being like the off the cuff. I'll play what I want. And they're like, oh, we can do that too.
Yeah, pretty much. So yesterday's theme was songs with colors in the title. And then a bunch of people were requesting like Shine Down, Black Soul, Black Cadillac, Red Wine, UB40, stuff like that. Saw Red by Sublime, and a bunch of requests that will never be on.
Or no, that's The Red, the song.
Yeah, The Red. That works.
The Red.
Which is a song that we play all the time.
Yeah.
The theme, what is it? On Friday was another good one. It was a list of cover songs performed by Five Finger Death Punch, since they've done so many cover songs. So that one, let's see. Then another theme was, and today's song is named after a person. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. So yeah, we got a lot of different requests there. So
that keeps it interesting.
Yeah,
but it's all fan submitted.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, you can submit and suggestions. So either he'll put it in there or he won't. Maybe he'll take in consideration for future reference. But
yeah,
people have been commenting on the Facebook page, giving their song suggestions. So for that aspect of the promotion, I like it. And just the audio aspect of it on the FM airwaves, it's songs that we won't normally hear, I'm assuming.
If anything allows the trend, because I mean, noticing in the past year with the freedom you granted yourself and otherwise with things like Electric Callboy or what's our friend from Phoenix, Fayuka?
Yeah, Fayuka.
Like him. When you play those songs, there's nothing better than people calling and be like, who the hell is that?
I know.
Play more of this.
I know.
It's like, thank you.
Yeah. It is
More of that.
It's definitely one of the reasons why I got into this in the first place, right? And considering I spent so much of my beginning of my career, the first half of my career, being that guy who was picking out all the songs on the playlist, and not only for my show but for the rest of the station, and building up that brand. It's something that I value, and like coming across something that I really enjoy, and then sharing it and people liking it too is a good feeling. So
it's universal. You have those friends that give you new music, like, thank you. Like,
yeah,
that's the best. Discovering new music. Not through Spotify.
My question for Lisa and Lindsay: are you guys celebrating Galentine's Day? Is Galentine's Day a thing? Are you Galentiming? Do you get flowers for your gals?
Gallimentizing?
Yeah, I mean that's a thing apparently. Let me tell you about World Radio Day. So you're familiar with it. It's a thing. The United Nations made it an official holiday in 2012. All right, so it's just been over a decade that we've been celebrating World Radio Day.
It's been around for over 100 years. Let's just start now. Why not?
Yeah,
why not?
Well, with all jokes aside, radio did change the world and still reaches over 80% of Americans each and every single week. 80% Americans. This was a statistic brought to you by salespeople.
Come on, guys.
Yeah. The first commercial radio broadcast was over 100 years ago on November 2nd, 1920. Now there are over 15,000 radio stations in the U.S. alone. A poll a few years ago ranked the radio as the 11th most important invention of all time. The 11th. Whoa. Right? It will go down to 12th as soon as they figure out the penis implant. The top 3 vote getters were electricity, phones, and vaccines. They're coming for you, Rico. All right, the Model T came out in 1908, but cars didn't get radios till the 1930s. The first ones cost around $130, which is like $2,300 in today's money. All right, yeah. So
damn.
Keeping AM radios in cars is another focus of World Radio Day this year. In fact, a lot of cars are eliminating AM radio altogether. The only reason why a lot of cars haven't eliminated FM radio as well in favor of Wi-Fi and things is because of lobbying. The reason why there are FM dials in every single car is because it's like the law. You have to, if you're going to manufacture a car, you have to keep other businesses in business. So you have to have a radio in the car.
America.
And as long as that continues to be the case, then radio will still be an option for Americans. They eliminate that from cars, then we're in more trouble than we are now.
Yeah.
Right. But of course, with online features, I know that there's some people that just watch the podcast broadcast or listen to the podcast broadcast and watch along on their just screen in their car because they could do that. So, it's up to radio to evolve and be with the times as opposed to making the rest of the world slow down to stay with us. All right, the call letters for stations in the U.S. either start with K or W. Do you know why?
Why?
Well, it's a military thing from the 1910s. In general, stations west of the Mississippi start with K, and most stations in Canada start with C.
What?
Yep.
Interesting.
So yeah, we east of the Mississippi, they start with W, right?
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Vaguely interesting.
That's why we're KFMA and KLPX and all the other Ks.
Blah, blah. Yeah. Okay. Never thought you even asked that question. I'm like, I just assumed it's a K thing.
No, it's not a K thing.
It's just a K thing.
It's a W thing, like WNBC. Remember those famous call letters from Howard Stern? That, of course, is in New York, right? So they all start with W over there. 1 in 5 people say listening to the radio is a top little thing they look forward to.
Oh, top little thing.
I love you, 1 in 5 people. Fuck the other 4 out of 5 of you. And finally, broadcasting was originally a farming term. It's broadcast seeding. And when you gather seeds in a wider pattern than normal, that's called broadcasting.
Okay, that one sounds a little made up, but it's true.
Yeah, I broadcast it all over the face.
It's my favorite genre.
All right, let's wrap things up. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Unfortunately, that is all the time that we have for the show today. But I'd like to thank all our guests, Jose, the chairman of the Tucson Rodeo, Shane from TucsonFoodie.com, of course, and Piper Fawn, the OnlyFans Florida mom who went viral and joined us on a conversation. Now, we will post on the YouTube page a little bit later in its entirety. It was fascinating catching up with Piper. So if you are looking for an OnlyFans model to follow, today's suggestion, Piper Fawn 20. That's the username that you're going to look up on social media. All roads will lead to our OnlyFans page. Before we wrap things up and pass things over to Robin Nash, it's time for a beef tip. My beef tip for you is 6 things you didn't know that Siri can do. All right. Well, a lot of us have the Apple. So here are things that Siri can do that you didn't know. Flip a coin. All right. Read articles out loud for you illiterate people out there. Find your other Apple devices and open your Apple wallet. So, all that plus, Siri can calculate your tip. So if you need Siri to essentially do all of your thinking and make it to where you just are mindless and just coasting through life, then ask Siri. Siri, help me do mundane things. And Siri will do it all day long. And that's my beef tip.
That's all I need is one more girl looking through my wallet.
Siri. Yeah. Well, Siri would leave you if she could do that. That's all the time we have for the show. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be back tomorrow morning, bright and early. Till then, enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe. Happy Mardi Gras, Fat Tuesday, and rock local. Later.
You wish upon a
Trying to squeeze in too many goodbyes.
Goodbye. And to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.
Babuski.